So you're a teenager and you're looking for the best way to make money online. Maybe you dream of working for yourself and of living an incredible life. In this video, my goal is not only to show you that it's actually possible, but I'm also going to share with you a step-by-step action plan that you could start implementing today to start making money online. I'm going to get straight to the point because it's starting a business that has allowed me to build this kind of life for myself. It definitely wasn't completing online service. This is why if you want to make a substantial amount of money online or even some extra cash on the side, you need an online business to do so. The first thing that you need to understand is that you need to find an online business that you can start without a lot of startup capital. This means that you need to find a business that you can start for less than $1,000. To give you an example, with businesses like Amazon FBA or dropshipping, you would need at least a few $1,000s to invest in your business. And I know that a lot of teenagers, they simply don't have that much money to invest. Also, something else that you need to take into consideration when thinking about which business to start is operational costs. Meaning you need to ask yourself, how much money do I need to spend each month to keep the business running? To give you an example, with dropshipping, one of your monthly expenses would be the Shopify subscription. Another expense would be ads, etc. Now, something else that you need to understand is the difference between a product-based business and a service-based business. Dropshipping or Amazon FBA, those are product-based businesses, meaning you're going to sell physical products and the goods to consumers. However, when it comes to a service-based business, you're not actually going to send a physical product to a customer. Instead, you're going to provide a service to complete a job, for instance. Now, there's a few reasons why I highly recommend that you start a service-based business as opposed to a physical product-based business. Like I said, if you choose to sell physical products, your margins are going to be razor thin. You will also have to deal with manufacturing, shipping, lost orders, stolen orders, delivery issues, potential crises and lockdowns like we've seen it recently, and nobody knew it was coming, and so much more. And then it's not like the money that you make is going to go directly in your pocket, because you'll need to pay taxes on top of all of that. You'll need to pay corporate tax, which is the tax that your business is going to pay. But then if you want to use some of that money to buy personal things, you'll need to pay taxes again as an individual this time. So if you wanted to make $10,000 a month, $15,000 a month, maybe $20,000 a month, or even more than that, you would need to convince hundreds, even maybe thousands of potential customers to buy from you every single month. And let me tell you, that's not an easy thing to do. And besides, you need to realize and to accept that it's not 2015 anymore. People are no longer willing to pay for overpriced AliExpress or Wish products just because you have a pretty looking website. Now, when it comes to a service-based business, there's still a lot of demand. In fact, there's more demand than ever because you simply provide valuable services to business owners or to other individuals who are in desperate need of them. So as you can see, there's a gigantic difference between most product-based businesses and most service-based businesses. Service-based businesses usually solve bigger, more painful problems than product-based businesses. And this means you can charge higher prices for your work. To give you an example, if you decided to sell lead generation services to e-commerce brands in the pet niche, you could price your services $2,000 a month. Now I hear you. You might say, but what if I don't have any skills? I don't know how to do lead generation or anything like that. Don't worry, I've got you covered. Technically speaking, there's nothing that says that you have to be the one doing the work for your clients. You are a business owner, a CEO. Do you really think that Jeff Bezos is packing up orders and shipping them out all day long? No. Instead, he has other people doing that for him, so he can focus on making important decisions and growing his company. In that same spirit, you could hire inexpensive, experienced freelancers who can complete the work for your clients instead of having to do it yourself, and especially if you don't have the skills to do it. Now, I briefly want to touch on something that is really important to understand. If you sincerely believe that you will be able to get to $10,000 a month by completing a bunch of online surveys or by reselling crappy AliExpress or Wish products on a nice, pretty website, I'm sorry to break it to you, but it's never going to happen. Now, fair enough, this used to work for some people a few years ago, but since the recent lockdowns all over the world, something has profoundly changed in the way that business is done. Everything and everyone has moved online, literally. And now everyone wants their piece of the pie. So this means that online business got more competitive, more ruthless. Now, if you're watching this video, for most of you, you will be an ambitious young man and you want a better life for yourself because you know that you deserve more. You want the sort of life that you see influencers living on social media. You want the freedom, the wealth, the abundance, the beautiful women, and also the respect of others. However, I have one piece of advice for you. Don't drop out of university or quit your job until the money that you make from your business actually makes you more than your career. I know that some people claim that if you really want to succeed, if you really want it that bad, then you must quit everything. So that means quit your job and drop out of school. Otherwise, you can't succeed. At least that's what they're telling you. And fair enough, if you're trying to create the next Instagram, then yeah, maybe you have to go all in and quit everything else. But if you're just trying to get to 10K a month, to 20K a month, there is no need for that. Now, something else that you need to understand is that when most people want to start a business, 99% of the time time, they have their priorities all wrong. I've seen so many people try to start a business based on their passion because they want to do something that they love. However, you need to be realistic about this, and you need to realize that most of the time, your passion is not going to allow you to get rich. If your passion is to play the guitar or to do yoga, 99.9% of the time, you will not get rich because of your passion. In business, you need to understand that the only thing that actually matters if you want to make money is the pains and the desires, the problems of your market. That's literally it. The only reason why somebody is ever going to pull out their credit card and to buy your products or your services is because they genuinely believe that you can help them solve the painful problems they've been struggling to fix on their own. People are not going to buy your products or your services because of how nice your voice sounds or because of how cool your logo is. People buy solutions to their painful problems. And truthfully, most people don't get started in business because they think, oh, but I don't have the skills to serve that market. I don't know how to fix their problem, so I should just not start. But when you think like that, you make it all about you. And I'm sorry to break it to you, but the market doesn't care about you. However, it's great news, because if the market doesn't care about you, then it means that your age, your accent, your race, your gender, none of that, it doesn't matter. I mean, you're not watching this video right now because I have a white shirt. You're watching this video right now because you want to figure out what's the best way to make money online as a teenager. You want to solve your problem, which is that you're not making the amount of money that you would like to make. So for that reason, instead of thinking about you and of the skills that you currently possess, you need to shift your mindset and to ask yourself the following question. How can I come up with a product or a service that is going to solve the painful problems of my market? And if you can do that successfully, believe me, you will not be out of money anytime soon. The number one crucial element in business is to solve a painful problem for someone. If you're passionate about cooking and you decide to sell your grandmother's cookies, fair enough, that might make you some money, it's nice, you could sell it on the college campus. However, it's very unlikely to make you rich. And like we've talked about earlier, you don't actually need to have the skills or the expertise to solve the problems of your market yourself. You can find qualified people like freelancers to go and do the work for your customers instead of having to get in the trenches yourself and to do the work day in, day out. A lot of CEOs have managing positions, meaning they couldn't do the same type of work that their employees are doing. Their role as a CEO of the company is to manage the overall structure, to take a bird's eye view and to make the right decisions so that the company can grow. You need to realize that hiring and delegating, it's not going to make your business any less legitimate than other businesses, because it's what everybody does. And if anything, if you do all of the work yourself, you will hit a ceiling pretty quickly, simply because you only have 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week, and you can't spend all of your waking hours working non-stop. The edge that online businesses have over more traditional businesses like brick and mortar businesses is that they can scale a lot faster and usually for a much cheaper price as well. Scaling a business is no easy feat, and that's especially true for brick and mortar businesses. To give you an example, if a restaurant wanted to scale up their operations, their only real way to do that would be to open up new restaurants in new locations. But as you can guess, it comes with a lot of costs. The same thing applies to any other brick and mortar business, a spa, a hair salon, a gym, etc. If they want to grow the revenue, if they want to welcome new customers, they have to open up new stores in new locations, and this is a very costly thing. Brick and mortar businesses are very limited when it comes to their customer pool because they can only really target people that are nearby. Whereas with an online business, you can literally reach anyone, anywhere in the world within just a few seconds. With tools like Facebook and YouTube ads, you could target your ideal customers and put a message in front of them within a few minutes. As you can see, the difference is night and day. Also with an online business, it won't necessarily cost you that much more to handle more customers. To give you an example, if you sold a digital product for $50, you could sell it to millions of people, yet it wouldn't cost you a million more times the money to serve those new customers. Now there is something else that most people don't talk about. Everyone wants to make more money, everyone is asking what's the best way to make money online, but no one is asking what it's gonna take. And by that what I mean is that there's a reason why you don't have the level of financial abundance that you would like to have yet. You haven't become the version of you who is capable of reaching your goals. You need to understand that in business, tactics are simply not everything, and they never guarantee success. Your world is a reflection of your internal state, so only when you change internally will you experience a different reality. Now I realize that it might sound a bit woo-woo to some people. However, if we take the example of an overweight person wanting to lose weight, if they don't change their beliefs about nutrition and exercise, for instance, maybe they believe that exercising has to be painful and that eating healthy is very boring and it doesn't taste like anything, then I'm sure that you can see how having those beliefs is going to prevent them from losing the weight that they need to lose for their health and for their well-being. Hustle culture was very successful in making everyone think that succeeding and making a lot of money, it's all about hard work. Like it's all about how much work, how much effort, how much sweat and tears you put into something. In reality, it's not. Hard work on its own, it's not enough. You also need to be working at the right thing, and to do that thing long enough to get the results that you want. There is no such thing as an overnight success. And fair enough, sometimes things can look like they're an overnight success. However, it actually took years of hard work and sacrifice behind the shadows. Truthfully, I could give you every single business tactic you need. I could even tell you on which button to click exactly. But like I said, it's not going to guarantee your success in any way, because you need to become the version of yourself who is deserving of success. And by that, I'm not talking about deserving something from a moral point of view. I mean forge your own character and show life that yes, you're ready, that this thing you really want it, and you will do whatever the hell it takes to get it. And you won't quit until you actually get it. You refuse to take no for an answer. Only then will you experience a different reality. Now I know you're ambitious, you're young, you want to make it big. However, you need to understand that things will probably unfold in a way that, quite frankly, you didn't expect at all. Life can be very unpredictable, but that's also what makes it so damn beautiful. As an entrepreneur, you will need to take many leaps of faith, and oftentimes things will turn out a way that is completely different from what you will have imagined. You've got to be ready for that. Now, if you're interested in starting your own online business, I have recorded a free video in which I analyze every popular business model to figure out which one is the best to start for beginners. The link is in the description below. And with that said, I'm waiting for you on the other side.